Kuya, can you attest to that na after your findings and your recommendations, hindi na nila kinontinue at wala nang advance payment, they're just only consuming what is in the balance on the books?
Good afternoon again, everyone. As of today po, kasi yung financial statements of the LGU in Pasugong has not yet been submitted because the deadline of the same will be on February 14, 2025. So the auditor has not yet determined or evaluated whether the...
How about 2023? Kasi 2022 may pag-usapan. Now, may 2023 na natapos na, then 2024, no? Pero yung report hindi pa as of this time. So observation on 2023 and part of 2024, I know you audited portion, no, of 2024.
From the annual audit report of 2023 po, meron pa pong advance payment of...
So may disbursement pa na nangyari despite of your findings and recommendations?
May I clarify po that this finding is for our 2023.
So 2023 to?
2023 pa po yung finding po. So
how about 2022? Mayroon din ba na findings na the same?
May I ask the audit team leader po of Impasugong?
Okay, so we would like to know that, Mr. Chair, kasi related ito, at least we will really looking into na compliant or pinapansin ba ng LGU yung kuha on this aspect? Because sabi ko parang findings lang, walang nangyari. So kasi we are going to ask kuha later on what the Congress would do on this. Yes, Mr. Chair, can we request the kuha to answer?
So like in 2022, although we have a similar finding po na wala pong inventory balance, but we have not that time evaluated if meron ba talagang advance payment. That's why in CY 2023 audit namin, on our risk assessment po, nilagay po namin siya na high risk para ma-audit po namin siya. Kasi po, nung 2022, later part na reshuffle po kami, like November 2022. So medyo gipit kami sa time nun. So that's why we've conducted a thorough examination on that account in CY 2023. So yun po yung na-discover po namin.
Mr. Chair, can I continue? Okay, sige, anyway, balik na lang tayo dun sa kay Ma'am Suyat, no? So sinabi mo kanina, after 2023, wala na kayong ginawang transactions on the advance payment. Do you affirm na wala?
Your Honor,
Kasi may warning na si COA. Tama?
yes po. The recommendations, Your Honor, we have complied with the recommendations, Your Honor. So, yung nabanggit ko po kanina, hindi ko po makapisado lahat kasi masyadong marami po yung transactions, Your Honor. So, hindi ko po kapisado
So you
lahat ng
cannot
transaction.
affirm right now here na
Yes, Your Honor. Kasi
na-stop na ninyo yung advance
I
payment.
need the records, Your Honor, ng mga individual transactions kung meron po bang nangyaring advance payment. Masyado po kasi.
Okay, Mr. Chair, can we request COA to expedite para sa next hearing natin, pakita natin kung may nangyari ba at adherence ba yung LGU in Pasugong on your recommendation based on this circular ng COA. Can we get your commitment?
Yes, Mr. Chair, actually, this is just in time, no? Kasi we are already doing our CY 2023 audit po. So we will
2024.
audit po. So yeah, we will look on this po.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and I will lead muna yung my other questions. Might be some of the colleagues will have very important questions. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Chairman Mon. Before I recognize Chairman Akop, COA, matanong lang po, so when was the EUM issued? Di ba nag-issue kayo ng EUM? When was that?
Last year po, Mr. Chair.
2024 lang?
Yes po.
So, paano yung 2022 na cash advances na ginawa nila?
Cash advances.
You never issued the EUM year-end? Kasi I presume that this is all about regular audits ang ginawa niyo, di ba? wala namang fraud, wala namang special audit, di ba? So in short, calendar year. Tama?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, ang issue that was raised by Chairman Mon is from 2021, calendar year 2021-2022. Supposedly 2023, nakapag-issue kayo ng EOM. Tama? If you really perform your duty, okay lang kayo nag-issue ng EOM.
Wala pong nung 2022 po, hindi naman po naka-procure through cash advance yung fuel. I would like to correct that kasi parang narinig namin kanina na it's about advance payment po. So iba yung issue dun sa cash advance, iba din po tong issue sa advance payment ng fuel.
And then, yung cash advance, it happens when?
Yung cash advance po, it has been like a standing practice na po.
Practice ng
Yearly nakikita
Yearly.
namin meron ng unliquidated cash advance
yung
po.
impasugong.
Yes po.
And you
I
issue
assume
an EOM for that.
yes po.
But they
Mr. Chair.
still continue to practice it despite of the fact that you issued an EOM.
Sa CY 2023, nung nagkanda kami ng aming exit audit conference po, kasi hinighlight talaga namin yung mga Supreme Court decisions regarding that. So later part of 2023, after we have conducted our exit conference, I believe they already stopped the procurement through cash advance.
So you're
dun
telling
sa cash advance
telling
po.
this committee that you believe but the calendar year 2024 hindi pa kayo tapos, di ba?
Yes po, pero nakita naman namin doon sa SL nila na wala ng cash advances yung mga SDOs po.
Walang cash advances sa period ng 2023 to 2024?
Later part sa 2023 after we have conducted our exit conference po.
So nag-issue kayo ng EOM 2023? You never issued the EOM?
Sa CY 2023 po, that is for the CY 2022 po na mga transactions.
Kaya nga,
Opo.
but you issue an EOM.
Yes po.
Oh, now, anong next nyo na move? Nag-issue ba kayo ng notice of disallowance? Oh,
May I be recognized?
yes.
With respect po to the issuance of notice of disallowance, wala pa po kaming nai-issue na notice of disallowance
Bakit?
because the liquidation report for the cash advances were fully liquidated, fully submitted to the audit team only on July 2024. So upon examination po, we have prepared, the audit team has prepared an evaluation report for those liquidation reports because of the time from 2022 to 2024. It took them a long time to liquidate the cash advances. So in the evaluation report po, we recommended that a fraud audit shall be conducted because of the bulk also of the transaction, of the voluminous transactions. However po, the evaluation report is still under review by already reviewed by the regional office and to be transmitted to the central office po. And that recommendation will be, the approval of that recommendation will be submitted by the assistant commissioner po to the commission proper.
Yan, attorney, yung sinasabi mo is to conduct a fraud audit.
Yung recommendation po.
Recommendation yun. Pero ang sinasabi ko nga, yun ang problema natin sa COA. Because if the agency cannot comply with, after the EOM, ang next move nyo is to recommend for a fraud audit instead of issuing a much higher notice. In that case, a notice of disallowance. Diba? Yun yung, actually, this is the problem ng COA well, in fact, marami pa tayong pag-usapan dito, 97-002. Dito kasi, ma'am, attorney, this is the first time that you attended a hearing like this, no?
Yes po.
Yung mga memorandum circular nyo, hindi naman lahat, no? Pero almost kabisado na namin yan. For the past several years na ako dito sa Congress, at lahat yan, dumaan sa akin. Ang problema lagi kasi, ma'am, nag-EOM kayo for calendar year 2022-2023, di ba? Because of all those cash advances, di ba? Now, ang next move nyo is, dahil voluminous, napakalaki, ang recommendation is to conduct a fraud audit. But of course, okay ako dyan. But prior to that recommendation, supposedly, dapat magpalabas na tayo ng mas mataas-taas na, no? Hindi lang, di ba? Minsan nga may unqualified pa kayo na will in fact dahil unqualified because tatlo out of the requirements being required to them out of the 15 observation audit observation memorandum, na-comply lang 10, may 5 na lang, and unqualified. In which it defeats the purpose of real auditing the government funds. Di ba? Kaya please take note on this. Okay ako dyan. That you recommended the Central Office for a fraud audit. Maganda yan. But what about, kasi eto ngayon, last term na si Mayor. Of course, mahabol pa rin si Mayor just in case if proven that they have violated such law, no specific laws of the land, particularly memorandums and audit circulars of COA. But wala, patapos na si Mayor. Di ba? Kaso, kung may kaso, kayo, kumbaga, hindi naman na kayo yung, di ba, you can recommend, but you cannot, it's the ombudsman or the regular court, di ba? Now, yun lang sinasabi ko, delayed po lagi tayo, COA. And it was proven for the past several hearings dito sa House. Kaya nga, naghabol kami dito sa Quadcom na magpalabas talaga ng na mas mabigat na review, no? And recommendation with regards to all memorandum circulars. And doon sa accountability mismo ninyo. You know why? Ito, yung fraud audit nyo, actually, alam mo na yan, 8 months. Diba? Minimum of 8 months. Bilang mo na yan. Magpapalabas kayo. Ito, pag simula, ngayon, you recommend to the Central Office, kailan pa yung gagalawin? Baka patapos ng election, wala pang decision ng Central Office nyo. For that fraud audit. Second, pag start the fraud audit nyo, it will take minimum of 8 months. Kasi they will be given 6 months. Si Mayor wala na sa posisyon, pero ang sitting Mayor, we have to comply. Di ba? Ayun yung sinasabi ko, ma'am, na katulad dito ngayon, nag-issue kayo ng EOM, 2022-2023 calendar year. Tapos, 2025 na ngayon, nakita nyo, malaki kasi itong amount, etc., so we have to recommend fraud audit. Kung sa ano pa ang damong patay ng kabayo? Di ba? But of course, the liability and accountability of Mayor, though he will retire o temporary stop. Mayor, tumatakbo ka ba, nag-file ka ba ng candidacy mo ngayon for any position in government?
Yes po, Your Honor.
You're running for?
Running for Vice Mayor.
Oo. Running for Vice Mayor. No? But ang sinasabi ko nga, ayun. To be fair to everyone, dapat. Not only to the mayor, but of course to the constituents of Pasugong. Di ba? Once again, mayor is running for vice mayor now. Aguinaldo Doctrine Mayor, it cannot be applied, sa case mo. Ma'am, ako sa COA, yun lang yun po ang suggestion ko. Kailan nyo ba pinadala yung recommendation for a fraud audit sa
Based on the information that I gathered from regional office po, for release na po yung recommendation. And may I make a clarification lang po? Even though we already recommended for a fraud audit, it will not preclude the audit team to issue a notice of disallowance po.
I
So since
understand. I know that, ma'am. I know
Okay
that, ma'am.
po.
But when will you issue a notice of disallowance?
we have to be firm with the amount that we have to disallow po, because we have to consider how much is the loss suffered by the government, because it doesn't mean po that the cash advance is 27 million and that the total amount that has been lost is 27
Ma'am, I understand
million.
all of that, what you're saying.
Okay
Sinasabi ko nga, hindi naman ako accountant, pero kabisado ko na yan, man. Yung sinasabi mo, out of the 7 million, ilan lang yung, di ba, loss ng government to be refunded or to be issued a notice of disallowance. I understand all of that. And even the members of this committee, what I'm saying is, when will be that? Kasi nagpalabas na nga kayo ng EOM eh. Di ba, nakita nyo na yan. Di ba? All you have to do is, ilan ba, magkano bang losses talaga dito out of the 27 billion? Issue ko ng notice of disallowance, di ba? Ma'am, di ba? Ganun yun. Process ninyo, di ba?
Yes, Mr. Chair, that is correct. But yun nga, dun sa initial po namin na evaluation, instead po kasi na initially, we have thought of issuing a notice of suspension dun. Kasi documentary requirements lang din naman yung kulang. However, yung sa subsequent po namin na pag-check po namin, thorough verification conducted on those documents, we have found na very complex pala yung transaction and it warrants a fraud audit. And hindi na kaya sa aming regular audit, especially the procedures, kasi we cannot do a subpoena to those suppliers po.
Pero
So,
mama,
opo.
sorry to cut you, mama. I
Sure po.
understand all of what you're saying, but I'm telling you na pwede naman nag-issue kayo ng notice of this suspension or disallowance, then mag-fraud audit. No law that will prohibit you to do it. Tama? Tama, ma'am, di ba? Hindi,
Yes po.
tama, di ba?
Yes, Mr.
Kasi
Chair,
kahit-
correct po. But
di
we
ba?
are talking about more than 400, 500 vouchers po.
Whatever.
And then sa amin pong RRSA po,
again,
with all
that
due
will
respect,
not be the reason. Again, kasi palabas na nga kayo sinasabi ko ng EOM. Ang sinasabi ko naman, no law or even memorandum of security that will prohibit you while conducting a regular audit, you cannot conduct a fraud audit. Tama? Kung may notice of suspension or notice of disallowance, it will not also prohibit you to conduct a fraud audit, di ba? Ay, sinasabi ko lang, if you issue a notice of disallowance, kung sabi mo nga, notice of suspension na, kaya lang, napaka-komplikado, di ba? Di ba, yung sinasabi mo? But still, pwede kayo nag-issue ng notice of ng suspension or disallowance, di ba? Ay, sinasabi ko lang, ma'am, laging ganito yung kinakaharap natin na problema. And if we will not correct it, doon mismo sa agency in which kayo po ang inaasahan dapat namin dito ng mamamayan para ma-ensure na yung spending, government fund spending, nakabatay doon sa mga specific na guidelines and laws, wala. Diba? Ayun lang ang observation ko dyan, ma'am, kasi attorney, hindi lang dito sa Impasugong. And we have to do something about it. If we really want to protect the coffers of government through taxpayers' money, dapat natin gawin. At we should do it to give justice doon sa mga taxpayers po. Sinasabi, nag-fraud audit kayo, alam mo na yun, 8 months. Kasi si Mayor, bibigyan nyo pa yan ng 6 months. Di ba? 30 days, 60 days, then that is 2 months, then maghintay ka ng last day of the 6 months, of the 180 days. Alam ko na yan. Kung instead of 180 days, sasagot si Mayor 179, pero kung sinagot niya na dun sa on the very first day, nung inisyu niyo yung pagsagot ni Mayor, ganun din. Di ba? But of course, the agency or in this case, the local chief executive will buy time. Di ba, ma'am? Pero kung nagpalabas kayo, nag-fraud audit kayo, pero nagpalabas na kayo previously ng notice of disallowance or notice of suspension, at least, di ba? They will warn.
May I
Yes,
speak,
Attorney.
Mr. Chair? Your comments are well noted po, and we undertake to inform our central office, our commission proper with respect to this. So we undertake also that we will make a report after this hearing so that all your comments will be well noted po.
Thank you, Attorney. Kasi sa totoo lang, parang sirang plaka na kami dito eh. And every hearings, we encounter such problem. Yung problema natin sa audit process natin. I hope after this 19th Congress, this is now my last term. Sinasabi ko nga ano yung para sa akin dito? This is for the love of country. Dito, kaya nga kanina, sa opening statement ko, nilinaw ko, wala akong pakialam sa politika nyo dyan. Well, in fact, I am also investigating my own LGU. Hindi naman ako tatakbo sa district pa namin. Why? Because I have to show to the people, my constituents, and to the members of this Congress and to you, na wala, patas kami dito. Diba? And this is the first time now, Mindanao, Impasugong. Pero alam ko, marami pang mga municipalities na may problema. Kaninang umaga, Batangas. Kaya kami dito, parang sirang plaka na kami na paulit-ulit. Every time nakausap namin yung taga-COA sa ibang region, sa ibang province, yung mga resident COA, paulit-ulit kami dito. Ano yun? Ma'am, di ba pwede talaga yung gawin, di ba? No specific provision of law and even memorandum circulars that will prohibit you to do it. Di ba, ma'am? Tama?
Yes po, Mr.
Oh,
Chair.
yun. Thank you. Napakahaba ng ano ko. Chairman Hakop.
Marami pong salamat, Mr. Chair. Madam COA, kasama po niya ako sa mga hearings eh. Tama po yung sabi niya. Yan din ang naririnig namin sa ibang mga COA units sa different regions. Pare-parehas po kayo ng sagot. Kaya sabi niya, parang sirang plaka na siya kasi siya nagsisermon. But anyway, to set my notes straight, Mr. Chair, did I hear you right na for 2021, year 2021, you did not issue a notice of disallowance tsaka notice of suspension?
2021.
Did I hear you right, COA?
May I?
Were you the COA in year 2021?
Not yet po. They assumed office as COA auditors of LGU and Pasugong on November 2022 po.
Kasi narinig ko na there was no notice of disallowance tsaka notice of suspension. Tama po ba yung pagkarinig ko?
Pertaining po to this transaction sa
Sa
under
Ipasugong?
investigation po.
Yes.
Wala
Wala, in
pa
general,
pong, wala
wala.
pa pong ND na na-issue
Kasi
po.
dito po sa research na ginawa ng aking mga kasamahan, for current year 2021, end of December 31, 2021, meron po kayong, according to these notes, meron po kayong notice of suspension in the amount of 297,096 and a notice of disallowance for the amount of 107,195.02. Kaya tinanong ko kung kayo po ang COA nung panahon na ito. But in the year ending December 31, 2022, meron ding nakalagay po dito sa notes na ito. COA issued a notice of suspension in the amount of 441,726.67 and a notice of disallowance in the amount of the same amount noong December 31, 2021. Di ba? And for 2023, yung notice of suspension, hindi nila kinokorek ito. Ibig sabihin, kasi the same amount sa notes ko. And then notice of disallowance, lumaki. For 2022, na-carry 4.452 million. Are you aware of this? Totoo ba itong nandito sa notes ko? Kinokorek ko lang.
May I request information po what annual audit report are you referring to?
2021, ending December 31, 2021, 2022, 2023.
COA, are you sure that you're equipped with all the information needed before this committee? Because Chairman Akop is reading on the COA document that they have submitted before this committee. So you have to keep your answers straight and mag-coincide with what we have.
We beg your pardon po for because as mentioned po as of November 2022 pa po sila kasi nag-assume yung audit team. So
Okay.
as with respect to the RR 2021, we have no personal knowledge pa po with the issuance of NS and the ND.
Kasi Iha, kung sasabihin mong mali itong ginawa ng aming tauhan, siya ang pagagalitan ko, yung aking tauhan. Di po ba? Kasi ito, galing naman sa documents na sinabit nyo dito sa committee.
We would like to ask for your pardon po with respect to this one and we will check po the RR 2021 and 2022.
Thank you. Now, may I ask COA? Could you confirm if any of these types of irregularities were observed in the LGU ano nito? In Pasugong of province of Bukidnon, splitting of contracts? Have you seen this sa kanilang mga transactions?
With the observations po as reflected in the AR, there were several violations po of RA 9184, including the splitting of contracts po.
Specifically lang, pakisagot lang, yes or no? Splitting of contracts, nakita po ninyo sa transactions ng Ipasugong.
With
Did
the-
you observe this?
With the nature of the transactions po, yes, there are splitting of contracts po.
Yung awarding of contracts to unqualified or favored bidders, have you observed this?
Because of the mode of procurement of cash advance po,
Yes
they-
or no lang po, attorney. Kung titingnan po yung katanungan ko for yes or no eh. Diba? Did you observe this in your audit? The audits conducted? Did you observe awarding of contracts to unqualified favored bidders?
Yes po, because of the mode of payment, which is through cash advance.
Hindi ko na po hinihiling yung inyong explanation of what. Yes or no lang po kasi may mga kasamahan pa akong gusto magtanong. How about overpricing of goods or services?
Yes po.
Yes. Unsupported or incomplete documentation for payments?
Yes po, as found in the AR.
Excessive or unauthorized allowances and bonuses?
Mr. Chair, yes po, meron pong disallowance. Yun po yung composition ng 4 point something million dun sa notice of
Yes or no lang kasi time is of the essence. Misuse of public funds for personal expenses? Yes or no?
We haven't found that po.
Okay. Double payments or ghost transactions? Kasi ito yung mga violations na nakikita rin namin sa previous one eh. Have you noticed this?
Gross or ano po yung May
Double
I-
payments or ghost transactions?
ghost transactions?
Yes. Are you not aware of that? Maraming ghost transactions, di ba? Alam na alam nyo dapat to.
With respect to the LGU and Pasugong, we are yet to see that.
So
po.
no. The answer is no. Unreported or understated collections?
No po.
Delays in the remittance of collections to the treasury?
No po.
Missing or unaccounted assets?
The fuel inventory po.
Yes or no lang po?
Yes po.
Underutilized or idle government property?
No po.
Misappropriation of government-owned vehicles, equipment, or other supplies?
No po.
Use of funds for purposes other than those intended?
With respect sa cash advance din po, yes.
Failure to return unspent balances to the National Treasury?
As far as the incumbent audit team po, wala po.
Delayed or incomplete projects?
Yes po.
Substandard project materials or work quality?
No findings yet po.
Incomplete or inaccurate financial statements?
Yes po.
Non-compliance with prescribed accounting standards?
Yes po.
Lack of internal controls to prevent errors or fraud?
Yes po.
Non-compliance with tax laws or other regulations?
Yes po.
Unauthorized loans or advances?
And advances, yes po.
Anomalies in cash advances or liquidations?
Yes po.
Aside from what I have mentioned, Madam Coa, meron pa bang violations na hindi ko nabanggit? Na meron po dun sa municipality of Ipasugong?
All our audit findings have been mentioned po sa CY 2022 and 2023, and we are yet to issue pa po our audit report for 2024. And we undertake to furnish you po with a copy of the AR for 2024 once the same has been submitted.
Okay. Now, Aside from the regular audit, it was reported that you have conducted a performance and a compliance audit.
It is a regular function po of COA to perform regular and
Madam,
compliance
yes or no
audit.
lang po
Yes
yung
po.
aking kasagutan.
With
Huwag po
respect
kayong
to
magpagod.
compliance, sorry po. With respect to compliance audit po, yes po.
Bakit po kayo nag-conduct ng compliance audit? Aside from the regular audit.
It is part of our annual audit reports po yung compliance compliance audit because sa AR po meron pong portion for the financial audit and meron din pong portion for the compliance audit.
So you did it because it's part of your protocol.
Yes po.
Thank you. Napansin ko kanina, Madam Kowa, na ang basic or primordial na problema ay yung mga cash advances ng municipality. Would that be true?
Po? I'm sorry. I did not get the question po. I'm sorry.
The primordial problem na narinig ko mula pa kanina would be the cash advances of the municipality. Tama po ba?
Yes po.
Meron po kayong sinite na mga specific violations regarding cash advances. Tama po.
Tama po.
And did you inform the LCE about these findings?
Yes po. During the exit conference conducted by the audit team with the LCE, we have informed po the management of LGUM Pasugong.
Nagbago po ba sila?
Later part of 2020. Mr. Chair, later part of 2024 po.
Hindi. Ang tanong ko po, nagbago po ba sila doon sa kanilang mga
Yes po.
ginagawa?
Yes po.
Yes, kaagad. After you have rendered your observations or report to them, binago po ba nila yung practices nila na hindi tama?
After nung CY 2023 po namin na exit conference. So yes po, after June 2020.
Yung findings nyo sa 2021 audit, tsaka 2022, nag-conduct din naman kayo ng meeting sa kanila para sabihin kung anong mali nila kasi standard ninyo yun eh. Di po ba?
Yes po.
Binago po ba nila? Kasi 2023 ang sinasagot mo palagi sa akin.
With the same finding in 2023 po, then we can say that they did not immediately implement po the audit recommendations for CY 2022 ng audit report.
Nagbago sila?
Not immediately po. I mean,
Simple lang kasi yung tanong ko, Iha eh. Kasi alam ko naman na after you have conducted your regular audit, you meet with the agent, di po ba? At nire-report po ninyo yung findings ninyo. Alam ko naman yun eh. Galing po ako sa gobyerno eh. Alam ko yun. Kaya, noong sinabi nyo sa kanila, you recommended actions to be undertaken by them. Di po ba?
opo.
Now, did they follow your recommendations?
Mr. Chair, no po. Not immediately po.
So,
So,
ibig mo
no po.
sabihin, matigas ang ulo ng LCE.
I cannot comment on that po.
Eh, paano mo
Matigas.
tatawagin ang isang LCE na sinabihan na ninyo ng mali yung ginagawa nila, sinabihan nyo na kung ano ang gagawin para matama yung gawain nilang mali. Hindi nila sinunod. Ano po ang tawag nyo sa kanila? Malambot ang ulo? Masunurin? O ano? Matigas ang ulo?
Okay, Mr. Chair, I will quote you lang po, matigas po ang ulo po.
Yes. Kasi ako ang nagsabi nun, hindi naman ikaw eh. Takot ka lang matamaan na naman eh. Di ba? Yeah. Well, anyway, yung pong sa complainants, sino po ba ang complainants dito?
Councilors,
As your honor.
Councilor Gumban,
Yes, your honor.
Councilor Olana, Councilor Echiminada,
Yes, Your Honor.
Councilor Campol, punong barangay Daon. Nandito po kayo lahat.
Yes, your honor.
Yes. May I know what prompted you to file these complaints?
We prompted to file these complaints because we're very alarmed and disturbed with what's happening with the financials or fiscal management of the LGU in Pasugong, Your Honor.
Thank you. Do you, or does any one of you have any personal or professional conflict with the officials named in your complaints?
No, Your Honor. Trabaho lang, walang personalan.
Were there prior efforts to resolve these issues internally before filing the case with this body or with the ombudsman?
Yes, Your Honor, we made legislative inquiry. June of 2023, we asked the LCE through with the local department heads. Then we had our first legislative inquiry, July 3 of 2023. And for the AAR 2023, we asked them August 12 of 2024. We have successive resolutions or even the invitations to the local finance committee, Your Honor.
Thank you. And may I know what outcome are you expecting, your group expecting to achieve through these cases?
It was in our prayer, Your Honor, that there will be policies that will really stop the recurring findings of the COA. And at the same time, all of us will work for the sound financial or fiscal management of the LGU, Your Honor.
Thank you, Madam. The ILG. The ILG.
Yes, sir.
Was the DILG aware of the financial and procurement irregularities in the municipality of Impasugong?
No, sir.
No,
At our level, sir, no, sir.
no. Wala man lang nag-report sa inyo?
2022? Wala. None, sir.
None. Now, if you do not know what happened sa municipality of Impasugong, how would the DILG monitor the proper use of public funds and adherence to procurement processes by local government units?
Sir, may I explain why?
Hindi ko hinihiling po ang
Ay, sorry, sir.
explanation po nyo.
We monitor it through the Seal of Good Local Governance, sir, and the Seal of Good Financial Housekeeping po.
Ilan pong awards na gano'n ang natanggap ng Impasugong?
Sir, as mentioned, sir, they've been a recipient of the said seal 2020, 19, 23, and 24 sa SGLG. And for the Seal of Good Financial Housekeeping naman po, passer po sila nung 2021, 2022, 2023, and 2024 po.
Financial.
Yes, sir.
Paano po sila nakakuha niyan when in fact, kung titignan po lahat natin ng annual audit reports ng COA, ay hindi po umuugma doon sa resulta ng findings ninyo?
Yes,
How
sir.
would they win that? How would they win that award kung gano'n ang findings ng COA?
Yes, sir. The indicator po under financial administration, which is one of the governance area and the first governance area, one of the requirement of is for them to have an unqualified and or qualified audit opinion po from COA. And they receive po, yes, sir.
Sige, tuloy niyo po.
Tapos po, sir, and based on the recommendations, based on the audit report, at least 30% will be complied with by the local government unit. And the data source that the DILG is basing the passing of the LGU, sir, is the data source are from the agencies of the Commission on Audit, the BLGF of the DOF, the Department of Budget and Management po, sir. Because the Seal of Good Local Governance, kami lang po ang lead, but there are a lot of agencies involved po sa data sources po, sir.
Pero kayo ang lead agency?
Yes, sir.
Yes. sa kasagutan po ninyo at saka sa mga kasagutan sa akin ng COA, ay nagdududa na po ako doon sa ano to?
SGLG po, sir.
Yung pong pagpili ninyo ng i-awardan ninyo ng Seal of Good Governance. Ano po? Kasi I do not see any reason why, in spite of all the AARs, which are not good to look at insofar as the municipality of Ipasugong is concerned, in spite of this, inawardan nyo pa rin sila ng Seal of Good Governance. Are you trying to encourage that they continue what they are doing?
No, sir.
You awarded them.
Because based on the document submitted, the data sources from the other agencies involved in the SGLG, qualified po kasi sila, sir.
Qualified silang.
A qualified opinion, they got a qualified opinion po, sir.
Then, could you explain to me what a qualified and unqualified opinion of COA would mean?
Sir, for the unqualified types of opinion of COA, sir, as indicated in our technical notes when we issue the memorandum circular annually, this signifies that under unqualified, sir, that a clear opinion is rendered, which means that the financial statements present fairly in all material aspects, the results of the operations and the financial condition of the LGU for the period and date indicated po, based on existing government standards and in compliance with government laws, rules, and regulations. Yung nakuha naman po nila, sir, for the qualified opinion indicates that certain material transactions and or accounts have been found to be improper, are questionable, or are requiring more solid justifications, and therefore have not been passed in audit. The transactions and or accounts under question, however, are not so significant relative to the total operations of the subject entity as to fully negate other aspects of operations which were found to be in order po, sir.
Maraming ang local government unit ang mananalo niyan. Di po ba?
Yes, sir.
Kasi napakaluwag po ng inyong requirements eh. Diba? Mabuti sana kung unqualified lang ang criterion.
Yes, sir.
Sinama nyo yung qualified eh. Pero hindi naman nakalagay doon yung qualified. Lahat ba nung observation ng COA doon kinomply nila?
30% lang po, sir.
30% lang dapat ang i-comply.
Based po sa indicator, sir, in the audit opinion, there are recommendations for them to address. And in the technical notes, only 30% lang po ang makomply nila, sir. They can be considered as passers po.
Oh. COA, na-comply ba nila yung inyong mga observation? 30%?
As to percentage po, yes po.
Yes.
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 But may I explain further po? Because there are a lot of findings po involving the LGU sa financial and sa compliance. And if based po sa materiality as computed by the audit team, then pasok po siya. And then the total amount po of the misstatements as reflected in the financial statements will not affect fully the presentation of the financial statements. Then that would be qualified po.
Nawalan tuloy ako ng believe doon sa mga nananalo ng Seal of Good Governance. To tell you frankly, Madam DILG, ang alam ko, excellence ang ibig sabihin ng Seal of Good Governance. In all aspect of governance, puro excellent po sila. Pero the way I look at it, your set of criteria ay hindi po excellence ang nire-reward ninyo. Ang nire-reward ninyo kahit mali, basta't makorek nila po pwede. Di po ba?
Sir, the SGLG Act of 2019 is a scale-up assessment po kasi, sir. So every year po, there are changes in the indicators. Agree po kami, sir, na 10 governance areas po ito. And doon sa technical working group, Your Honor, sir, that it involves the fiscal administration. Ang lead agency po is BLGF. They discuss what should be every year, what should be scaled up, what should be retained, and then together with the other agencies involved, and then this will be submitted to the Council for Good Local Governance for approval and finalization of the indicators po. So we welcome po, sir. There are recommendations, sir. We truly welcome. If they're unqualified lang po ba, how many percentage of recommendations? The DILG Central Office through the Bureau of Local Government Supervision will be willing to look into the recommendations, and that is also the under the law. Dapat ho na meron ho talagang coordination ang aming office and the House of Representatives po, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Madam, yung explanation mo doesn't change my impression insofar as the seal of good governance is concerned. Parang barya-barya na lang pala yung seal of good governance. Samantalang nakikita ko sa lahat ng mga binibisita ko ng local government unit, pinagyayabang yung seal of good governance. Di po ba? Pero ngayon, nagbago na po yung aking pananaw po doon. Hindi na po ako believe. Opo, Madam DLG. Ngayon ko lang narinig yan. Sa totoo lang. Buti na lang ako ang nagtanong at naliwanagan po ako. Mr. Chair, marami pong salamat sa opportunity. Meron pa ako meeting ng alas 4.
Thank you,
Maraming
Chairman Akop.
salamat po.
Anyway, it's now
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock. We have 4:05 pala. You have still at least 15 minutes left, no? Pero 15, 1-5. Before I recognize Congressman Adjong, ma'am, kasi ma'am, ganito mama, in relation to the issues and questions raised by Chairman Akop, tingnan mo yung 30% compliant. In short, for example, in our province, out of 31 cities and municipalities, siguro 4 lang. Ngayong taon, yung may seal of local good governance. Yung kumbaga nanalo. May naka-add pa yan. May ads pa. Well, binabayaran, congratulations. Ang laki ng mga tarpaulins. Ibig sabihin, sa aming probinsya pala, 30% lang ang compliant. Yung 4 na yun ang nakakomply ng 30. And the rest, wala. Ibig sabihin, problema. Kaya siguro, in connection with the question of Chairman Akop, siguro yung mga qualifications, dapat ayusin natin. No? Kasi ngayon ko rin narinig na 30% na pala. Tsaka, siguro, pag may kunwari, yung sa COA, of course, pag palabas ng COA, out of 15 observation, for example, na comply yung 10, di more than 30% na yun. Di ba? More than 50% ka eh. In short, kung na-comply nila yung 5 out of 15, almost, kasi 33% nga eh, pasok pa rin sila out of 15 eh. Medyo may problema tayo dyan, ma'am. Di ba? Kaya, tama si Chairman Akop, ako ganun din, akala ko yung mga kumuha ng mga award na yan, pupunta pa sa Manila, nakapapicture pa pag-uwi doon, ang yayabang, yun pala, yun lang. In short, yung the rest of our LGU in my province, hindi kasi ako I was not serving as a local chief executive ever since. This is my first time in elected public office, no? This is now my last term. Pero ngayon ko lang nalaman. Kaya siguro we have to, the DLG, I suggest you have to recommend what specific provision of laws or yung mga yung mga memorandum resolution of the DLG.
Yes,
Para
sir.
po maayos natin to.
We will refer to the central office po, sir. We can assure
Kasi
you,
kung
sir.
ako, dapat, kasi excellence yan eh. Kung ako siguro dapat mga 80 to 85% minimum. Di ba? Pag 30%, correct. Go. Ma'am, anyway, ma'am, siguro mag-draft kayo. No, if it needs a legislative action in Congress, gawin natin. No, but tingin ko kayang-kaya na yan dun sa mga reso lang. Kasi every year naman yan, di ba? Resolution na lang ng DILG. Kayo naman ang lead agency dyan.
Yes, sir. We will submit a post-activity report to the
Yeah.
central office for them as to the 80 recommendations, sir, na hindi 30%. Thank you, sir.
Hindi lang example ko yung 30%. Pero ngayon pag uwi ko, pwede ko na pagsabihan yung mayor ko, ikaw nagyayabang ka. 30% na pala yung requirement mo. Eh ako kung gusto mo, 50% pa, pwede kong gawin yan. Di ba?
Yes, sir. Timely, sir. Timely po kasi tomorrow there will be a meeting of
Oh,
the
please.
technical working group of the different governance area. Thank you, sir, for the
Yeah,
guidance,
yeah.
and we will immediately relay,
Okay,
sir. Thank you po.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Anyway, last na lang sa COA, nakalimutan ko lang. Are you familiar, before I recognize Congressman Adjong, COA. Ito lang importante to, with the indulgence of Congressman Adjong, importante lang to po. Kasi kanina you mentioned about your recommendation Central Office that you will recommend a fraud audit. But you are familiar with the resolution 2024-0114?
Yes po.
Oh, paano yun?
The
That's yung recommendation is in conflict. No,
I
it's
don't
not in consonance with the resolution of the COMELEC, and it was discussed just this morning
Yes.
sa isang LGU din.
With respect po sa creation, yes po, there is a suspension of the creation of a fraud audit team. However, it is an issuance po of the CP, and the office order to create a fraud audit team is with rest with the CP po. So they can, if they want, then they can make an exception with the COA resolution po.
Ma'am,
Yes po.
again,
Yes po.
malaking ano yan. Kasi sila ang mismong gumawa nito ng resolution 2014,
Yes po.
2024-014, di ba?
Yes po.
How can you expect from them that they will recommend favorably to the request or recommendation by the regional office to create or establish a fraud audit for such purpose?
Mr. Chair, may I request that the honorable committee write our commission proper po
Dahil sinulatan na
recommending.
po, kaninang
Okay po.
umaga pa lang po.
Okay.
Hindi, inano ko lang sa iyo kasi just for you to take note of that na medyo ano yon, uphill battle yung sa inyo with regards to municipality of Ipagsugong. Kasi yun nga may
May COA resolution
Yeah,
po.
may COA resolution 2024-014, di ba?
Opo.
Ngayon, yun ang kaya anyway, this is now not the first and the last hearing. I will not order you to, since you have already recommended, I will not order you or this committee for you to create a fraud audit team. But yung sinasabi ko lang po, moving forward, siguro you recommend to review or kasi you're doing, that reso is being issued by the COA CP every
Every election period po.
correct, every 3 years. Di ba? Kaya ang 2024-014, ano lang yun, copy-paste lang ng last 2022, di ba? October din.
Yes po.
Okay, anyway. So, yun lang po, no? Just heads up lang, ano lang yung central nyo kasi may sulat na kami sa kay Chairman Cordoba there in regards to the issue that was tackled just this morning. Po, Chairman, Congressman Lara po, please proceed.
Okay, Mr. Chair. Tanong ko lang, Auditor, yung supplier ba na nakakas advance lalo na sa diesel, isang supplier lang ba yan?
We would like to clarify po, hindi po cash advance but advance payment po.
Oh,
of
advance
the-
payment, yeah. Isang supplier?
Hindi naman.
Yung answer.
Hindi naman po.
Mga ilang suppliers po yan?
Pwede ko po i-check na lang muna sa ano ko.
Yeah,
sa
kasi
working
Mr.
paper
Chair,
ko.
gusto ko sana I'm reserving my time para sa susunod na lang ako magtanong. Pero ang mga ibang katanungan ko kasi doon sa mga suppliers. So if we can invite them no sa next hearing. Yun lang po, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Thank you, Congressman Congressman Lara. Ganito lang po ko, please submit to this committee na lahat ng mga suppliers so that they will be invited in the next hearing po. Okay. Tapos pangalawa, ito is already established na wala namang oil depot, fuel depot yung Impasugong. Wala. Anong maliit? What do you mean maliit?
Mr. Chair, last po na inspection ko po is 1,000 lang po yung capacity ng 1,000 liters lang po yung capacity ng kanilang gasoline, tsaka if I'm not mistaken, if I remember it correctly, 10,000 liters po for the diesel.
10,000 liters and 1,000 for gasoline.
Yes po, if I remember it well.
Okay, sige, titingnan natin next hearing. So, okay na ka na, Congressman Lara? Okay, thank you, Congressman Jojo. There's a motion to suspend
Second.
hearing. Duly seconded. In objection, the hearing is now suspended.